dream job.
My dream job.
Dream job.
My dream job is to be in the music industry.
My dream job is to be Tony Kornheiser.
My dream job is to be in New York City, working for a fashion magazine.
My dream job is to work with public broadcasting.
To work for a PR firm and be in the entertainment industry.
I want to produce and direct music videos.
My dream job is to write.
A producer for National Geographic.
My dream job is what I'm doing now.
My dream job is directing.
I don't really know what my dream job is.
Technical director or director in a control room.
Be a sports writer.
Ultimately, I'd love to be in broadcasting.
Crisis communications manager for Nike.
I'd love to be that versatile that I could give you the evening news in English and then flip over and do it for you the same way in Spanish.
I have no idea what my dream job is. I want to work in journalism.
One day I was driving and there was a woman who was doing breaking news on the spot. And I looked at her and I said, I have to do that.
And it's so exciting to see when the students reach their dreams and they get the jobs that they've always wanted. And students can really do that here, and we help them do it.
This really is a college that offers one-stop shopping for students interested in communications.
Coming in as a high school senior, how am I supposed to know exactly what major I want to do? So I figured if I come to Penn State, I could do media, I can do PR, I can do film, and I'm not pressured at that exact moment coming into college.
We have 5 majors, all of which are related to each other and have areas that overlap.
Are they really just making?
They really emphasize like a really broad education, so you're very well-rounded when it comes to like the real life.
I've taken classes on sports ethics, sports management. I'm taking a photography course right now. I'm taking classes in advertising, and there's media aspects, there's creative aspects.
And that is one of the biggest things about Penn State being so big, is that it's just like riches spread out before you.
Some schools, either big or smaller, you can get lost in the maze. But here at Penn State, it's an objective, for professors to find time for their students.
I just think we do a really good job here in the College of Communications of helping students decide what dreams are that they want to pursue, and then we are going to put all of our weight behind it.
Without internships, I would not have nearly as much experience that I have. Going into the fields, I feel like I could run with the big dogs and, just hop right in and know exactly what I'm doing.
I work with former colleagues, from the field and try to set up internships for my students to attend.
I mean, I have a website I can go to that'll list 300 different internship profiles that I can choose from on these amazing companies. And I have advisors that will sit down with me and tell me exactly what I need to do.
And then you see them connect, and then you realize, that the person is going to go out in the field and they're going to I believe they're going to make a solid contribution. And they do.
I was really lucky enough at NFL Films where I actually got to produce 20 pieces of my own that hit air. And, it's really cool when you watch it go, on TV.
Going from seeing a local cable access channel, all the experience I got from there really helped me out for MTV, just because all the terms I was already very familiar with because it was still in television. And basically it was just another stepping stone.
I interned at Family Circle magazine, and I actually wrote an article that came out, and it was just a great experience just to get to actually do stuff that most juniors in college haven't done yet through such a wonderful internship.
You get hands-on experience rather than textbook experience. It's just completely another thing to go out onto the streets and shoot something and then read about it in a book.
You're the director, you're the cinematographer, you decide the camera angle.
Our homework was, here's a credential, you go to the football game, you need to ask Coach Paterno at the press conference what happened or a reasoning behind a certain event, and then write that in your story or produce it in your radio segment.
We teach you reporting skills, we teach you sports information gathering, we'll teach you how to get in front of the camera and report, we teach you how to write, and we also teach you about the ethical issues and the social issues involved in sports journalism, and those are really important too.
So the entire goal of this is for us to give them that real world experience, and at the same time have them do projects that project that real world experience so that when they walk out, in my class, they walk out with a resume CD they can hand to an employer. The idea is to get a job.
The equipment facilities here at Penn State are phenomenal. Not only will you have to come out and plan out your shoot just the way you would in the real life, but you get to come out, you get to see what all we have. You have amazing amounts of editing time. Places don't close. You come up, you swipe your card, you can be 3 a.m. to 5 a.m. if you want.
This lab, for instance, we consulted with people in the industry before we updated this lab.
Whether they're working on radio, television, newspaper, sports information, they get that hands-on experience because they have all the tools.
We have about 32 student-produced talk shows on the air, either news shows, sports shows, some lighthearted shows, some very heavy politically based shows. We get the kids in and let them work for 4 years in a professional atmosphere.
I learned so much about writing and reporting and how to survive as a writer and reporter at the Collegian.
We're a student-run newspaper, but we're a professional student-run newspaper. We compete with the newspapers in the area. You do all the work that any other reporter would do. It's the real deal.
Center County Report is the half-hour newscast that airs on WPSU TV. We do everything. We're the producer, we're the camera operators, we're the floor manager, we're the reporters, the anchors, you know. You get your hands on every area of television.
I knew that ESPN, ABC, CBS, NBC were going to be there almost every single weekend, at least during football season. And I wanted to be at a school where I was in position to meet people, get production experience outside the school, you know, real life experience that you can't get at a smaller school.
Penn State name's gold. When you walk in and you tell them you're a Penn State graduate, immediately you find out right away it opens so many doors. There's so many Penn State graduates everywhere.
It's all who you know when you leave Happy Valley, and there are so many Penn Staters in every state and every city.
I always get blamed for having so many people on my staff from Penn State, and it's hard not to hire someone from Penn State because there are so many really great applicants that come my way from the school.
Making connections here in Happy Valley is very important. Making those connections with individuals who you never know might be able to get you your first, second, third job.
People are just so nice to you when you drop the Penn State line. It's just, it's like a big happy family.
And that's definitely something that doesn't change when you graduate. And it's just the best feeling to run into people, especially in a career sense. And they're like, oh, where do you go to school? I go to Penn State. I went to Penn State. And bam, you have that connection.
That's a great thing for somebody to ask you where you went to school and be able to kind of puff up your chest and say, I went to Penn State. And because you know what the reaction's going to be because it's the same every time.
I'm so proud to say that I go to Penn State.
I love the mountains. I love the football games. Like I get goosebumps when I walk in the football games and all the alumni are there.
There's this energy that it gets you. You can go there just kind of thinking of it as, you know, group buildings, but it's gonna get you.
When you graduate from college and you go on to whatever job awaits you after school, you don't really go back to your school. Well, Penn Staters go back, and I'm not really sure why that is, but there's got to be a reason there. There's got to be something that's a strong testament to the university there.
And you're going to have this incredible lifelong relationship, and you just won't be able to get enough of it. And it's a wonderful place to come back to. It's a wonderful place to go. It would take someone a lot of convincing to convince me that whatever they were thinking about going to another school, that it would be a superior experience than going to Penn State.
I would hope that students would want to come to a major research university with rich traditions and cultures that have been here for more than 150 years. And take full advantage of the facilities and the faculty and the programs that we have to offer.
A copy of the program you've just seen can be purchased through Penn State Media Sales at mediasales.psu.edu or by calling 800-770-2111.